What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about 4 different altcoins today. We'll be going over ABT, ARC Block, DRGN or DGRN, Dragon Chain for Celos. We'll be talking about BONK for Sabir, and finishing up with COTI for Hoshi. And without any further ado, let's get into this right now. If anybody has any requests, they want to see me talk about any crypto, any stocks, commodities, whatever. If I can chart it, I'll do it. Just leave a request in the comment section. I will leave a link in the description to join the Discord. You can leave requests in the Discord as well. That's where actually like most of these came from, was the Discord. So anyways, without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's check it out now. Looking at this here, man, come on now. On a monthly basis, I'm on the monthly, huh? I want to be on the weekly. I think I was just looking at the monthly to see if this was like the most historical data, and it is. Looks like ABT likes to move up and it likes to move down, and it's at the height of its range now, so it'll probably move down. That's. I feel like this one's really easy. You can just see it, right? Move up, move down, move up, move down. Eventually, it will break out one way or another, right? It will, but I don't think that's this time right now. Why do I say that? And maybe you're getting close. But maybe you're just not ready just yet, right? You've been very overbought. You went above your 90s here. You're coming down a little bit. You're not getting any progress yet. There's not a whole lot of volume, though this is on gate.io, so low volume anyways. But I would expect that you see some kind of a pullback soon to your 382 at least. You already have done that, and you're finding resistance at your 236. Yeah, I think you go lower. You probably go to your 61869 area, and that's actually a bit bullish compared to what you normally do, because normally you would go all the way back down to this area, right, or a little bit lower even. I think that you could go to about 10.5 to 12 cents, somewhere in that range, and then continue to move up. That would be really productive, especially with how strong the RSI is right now, man. You might be getting ready finally to break out of this range, finally, but not yet. Not yet. You might have to pull back, re-gear, reload, come back up with some more oomph to the blockchain and get ready for that breakout. But as of right now, you're at an area where if you've sold anywhere in this area in the last, like since 2019, November of 2019, so in the last like 3 years, right, or 4 years, you've killed it, right? So I think that selling, I never like to recommend selling, but I certainly wouldn't recommend buying. The reason I don't like recommending selling right now is we're in the beginning of a bull market, guys. If you're investing, you should be holding on for the long term, right? Regardless of if you think it's going to go down or not, you shouldn't be selling. That's my personal opinion. It's not financial advice, but it's pretty good advice. But it's not financial advice. But that is my opinion. Nonetheless, I do think it pulls back, probably again somewhere around that 10.5 cent to 12 cent area is where I think it's going. And it could go lower. It absolutely could go lower and still be fine. But lower from here, nonetheless, is what I'm thinking, because you've got this bounce off the 382, multiple rejections on your 236. You just can't get back above it. You see this kind of stuff happen. It's very common whenever you're maneuvering your way down to the 618. So I do think you do that. That's my personal opinion. So moving on from there, that's ABT. Let's talk about DGRN, Dragon, or D-Grain. Is it D-Grain? I thought it was Dragon Chain. Wasn't it? Dragon Chain, DGRN. Maybe I'll type in like this. Let's see. Dragon Chain. Chain, the number of whales. I've never, okay, you know what? We're going to go on to Dex Screener here. Dragon Chain. Nope. DGRN. Come on now. What the hell, man? Celos! What are you doing to me, man? Hold on. Let's see here. Maybe we can find it here. Dragon Chain. DRGN. It's DRGN. Okay, DRGN. And there it is on gate.io as well. Very overbought for a while now. Wow, yes, you probably will pull back a little bit of a kind of parabolic looking structure. Let's see here. Top to bottom. 382 resistance, yeah, you probably pull back. It wouldn't be, this is kind of the opposite of what we just saw, where before you were finding support on your 382, coming up to find resistance on your 236. You might be finding resistance on your 382, coming down to find support on your 236. I would think that you come down to about a cent and a half. Here you are at 2.78 cents. So probably a near 40 to 50% drop is what I would think. Don't be scared if you go below this red line. It's okay, but somewhere around there. Again, it's okay if you go a little bit below it. Maybe you go to like 1.2 cents, but I would think at least to 1.47 cents. 0.0147 is where I think you're going. Previous area of support here, previous area of resistance here, a little bit of resistance near this zone, again leading to the idea that you could go a little bit below it, and that's okay. But down from here. You're very overbought. You've been hot for a while. You need to cool down. You need to cool down. Moving up, volume's dying off. Not a good combination. Looking at the daily here, RSI, man, your RSI is resilient on the daily. That's for sure. The daily actually looks kind of nice, man. Not going to lie. The one thing I don't like is the volume, though. I really don't like the volume at all. Let's see. Hold on real quick. Yeah, if today closes red, what you're going to have is a straight rejection off your overbought zone, and that's not normally friendly. And that doesn't even matter, even if you close today green, because if you look back here, you found resistance like right in this area a couple times, right? Here, here, maybe not so much back here, but just relatively speaking, you have found it. So even if you close the day here or higher, there still is the potential to reject, right? You still are below your 382. If you can close above your 382, maybe the tone would change. You do have, again, this daily RSI is a lot more bullish. Not that the weekly RSI isn't, but man, whenever you see stuff that's that hot, I tend to stay away from that, right? But you could see one final push up before pulling back. Either way, I would think that you do pull back to that 1.47 cent area is what I think I said, right? Isn't that what I was calling for? What am I missing? Yeah, 1.47 cent. And look at that, man. From bottom to top here, that lines up very well with your 382. That's nice. So you probably do. I expect around a cent and a half, probably just a little bit below there. You find support, then you continue to move up. That's my genuine opinion on Dragon Chain. So without any more of that, maybe just a little bit more of that. You could see this thing, if it does well, if it gains traction, if it gains popularity, it makes the right moves, you could see this thing move up to $1.54, $7.31. That's also possible. I want to see actually what the market cap is on this thing. 10 million, yeah, a lot of growth potential, but with stuff like this, I wouldn't bet the farm. Just because it has that potential doesn't mean it'll achieve it. You could turn a little bit of money into a lot of money, so why risk a lot of money? You know what I mean? So whatever a little bit of money is to you, that's what I would recommend if you're looking to buy this. But not financial advice. Do what you want, do as much as you want. I'm personally not going to buy it, though I do like the name Dragon Chain. Shout out to the Dragon Riders, they know why. Definitely looking strong on your weekly RSI. First time you've been overbought in a while. I do think that this is the beginning of more upside, but you probably pull back first before you see that. And if you do see more upside immediately, it's going to be short-lived. That's all I'm going to say. So that's that. That's Dragon Chain. BONK, man. Donk. BONK. Flips the other way around. Yeah, the right amount of volume there. Let's minimize that. Looking at BONK here, I was measuring to see how much it's grown overall. It's a lot. It's a lot from its lowest price to its highest price. Daily here, breaking above your 50. Nice, BONK. Good job. There you go. Look at that. Having a common retracement. I wouldn't get too excited. It's completely possible, and you will get very excited if this happens. It's very emotional. You could go all the way back up here and then pull back. You could see a double top. The possibility of that is still there. That wasn't a straight line at all, but you can see what I'm trying to go for, right? You could go all the way back up there, and it's still. I'm not convinced that this thing is ready to go higher than this high until it actually breaks that high. That's just kind of how it is. Because right now my genuine bias is you have lower to go. But let's see if we can disprove that. Why is my weekly not on here? Come on now. Weekly should definitely be a favorite. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Let's see here. Look at that week, man. That's a bullish engulfing candle right there if I've ever seen one. I'm going to check something out real quick. Low to high here. Yeah, you haven't really had a common rejection. I think you go lower, man. It's a bullish candle, but I think you go lower. Let's look at this real quick because I'm pretty sure BONK is on other exchanges. Yes, it is. Ooh, it just got listed on Coinbase, huh? BONK. Yeah. Don't get too excited. Would be my guess. Don't get too excited. You got your 382, man. Yeah. Let's look at that. Let's see that more relative fib there. Yep, you're right at your 382. Common pullback from top to bottom here. You could go higher, but that might be it, man. That really might be it. You probably go lower. I don't think this thing is stopping until it at least sees this 382, which is at 5 zeros 3827, and right now you're at 4 zeros 1562. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but maybe it is. Maybe you want to buy some more at a cheaper price, and I think that you will see that, honestly. But either way, even if it does continue to go up higher, I'm not convinced that you will see new all-time highs. You will not see another like move up like that until you've come down here. That's my genuine opinion. Let's look at the daily real quick. Again, bullish, definitely a bullish look on the daily, but it could turn around quickly. With these low cap coins, man, it can definitely turn around quickly. Decent volume on the breakout. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's the most volume we've seen in a few days, or since this day here, since the 21st of December. I think you go lower. I do. Let's see how today closes. If you can close today up here above this green day, maybe you do go a little higher. Maybe you go all the way up to your 618, which would take you to 4 zeros 2088. You could go all the way up there. And maybe even go higher, but at the moment you're looking like you might be finding resistance on your 382. Let's look at the 4 hour. Pretty strong, man. Pretty strong looking, honestly. Not gonna lie. It's so hard. Previous area of resistance. You're at your 382. You could go higher. You might be done. Hard to say, man. I want to say it's done. I do want to say it's done, but it could go higher. It could go, being at 4 zeros 157, going all the way up to 4 zeros 2088. That's a pretty substantial amount of gains. So, I don't know, man. With this thing, I definitely would not buy here. Maybe I would sell or take profits if I was trading it in the long term. But like if you bought up here, you bought down here. Like if you're trying to hold this for the long term, I'd probably say just be patient, because yes, I do think it's going to go down, but you never know with these things. It very well could just defy what I'm saying and just break straight up. But my genuine interpretation would be that it does have lower to go before you see some more ridiculous price action like you've seen before. So that's what I got for BONK. I think it has lower to go. Will it do that immediately? I don't know. If I'm going to be fair, the immediate term timeframes do look bullish, so you might see continuation. But with that being said, you are at a fairly common area to reject. So hard to say either way. I wouldn't be buying it here. If I was looking to sell it, I don't know if I would sell it here either. I'd probably just wait until you break out to new all-time highs to sell it. Be very patient, right? And if I was waiting to buy, same thing. Be patient. It's probably going to go a lot lower, but none of that's financial advice. So just do whatever you want anyways. But COTI for Hoshi, we're going to finish this up now. COTI. Oh, I'm sorry I keep yawning, but that's what you get for not sleeping. Let's see. Kraken, Binance. Hey, there we go. I like that. Okay, cool. Not saying anything on the chart. Just I like it whenever Binance has the historical data. Okay. On a weekly basis, you rejected your overbought zone, probably going lower. Probably. You can still keep this productive looking RSI structure that you have, right, with these lows, but still go lower, right? So definitely lower in price is what I would think just right off the bat, especially with this little number right here. You are above the 50. It is possible you could bounce off it, but still that would be lower I do think you even go below the 50. There's a chance that you could bounce around this like 40 to 45 area here, but I'm not really convinced one way or another. We're going to have to look at it a little bit more. Yeah. It's a pretty bad week you just had, right? 382, close below it, having troubles getting above it. You probably work your way down to your 61869 area, which is at about 4.8 to 4.6 cents. You could go lower. You could go to like 4.27, about 4 cents itself. You could go all the way to your 886. That's possible as well. As of right now, you've got lower highs and lower lows. Maybe you even go lower than this low. That's also possible. Yeah. Man, let's look at the daily. Daily looks weak. It looks sad. Yeah. Bearish divergence. 1, 2, 3. Double bearish divergence coming down. It's been fulfilled, but I still think you go lower. You're at weaker areas in your RSI. I think you're just getting started. Probably move down. You're at 5.8 cents right now. Where was it that I was saying you're going to go like 4.7, 4.2, 4.88 to 4.61 with the potential to go to 4.27, maybe even 4 cents, yeah. And still even, man, it depends on how you act with this 61869, but you could see new lows. That wouldn't be crazy at all, because if you're looking at this here, right, this low here, kind of like in line with these lows, you know, you could find support down in these extensions. That wouldn't be crazy at all. You're in this downward channel right now, so be aware of that. Let's see if there's anything on a greater time frame that we can look for here. Let's see here. Low to high. 1272, previous area of support. A little bit of resistance on a closing week there. 1618. Not as much there, a little bit of resistance there, but you really could, man. You could move all the way down to 2.3 cents, if not 3 cents. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hard to say with this thing. I want to look at this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I do. I do think that you go below. I think you see new lows. I do. Yep. I think you see 3 cents or lower is what I'm thinking. Yep. Final say in that. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more. If I had to give a winner, I don't know, man. I don't know if any of these are winners. BONK is the one that looks the most bullish in the short-term time frames, but I think it also stands to lose some of the most value in the shortest amount of time too. So I don't really think any of these are winners right now. Don't take that personally. A lot of cryptos look like they're going to be going down in the short term. If there was a loser, it might be this one, because it's the only one that looks like it's going to achieve new like cycle lows out of all of them, which that's not encouraging at all. A lot of things right now are forming higher lows and higher highs. You've just been forming lower highs and lower lows throughout this whole time, right? Everything's been bullish, and yeah, you had a run up, but you produced lower highs. Like, that's not encouraging. So I don't know. This one, to me, out of all of them, probably interests me the least, even though it has more historical data. Yeah, that between like this one and I don't know, man, Dragon Chain doesn't really do it for me either. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.